Hey, how you doing? I'm back. This video, I want to talk about the whole Eric Gardner choking incident. And to some degree, I'd like to say, how did America, here goes the question, did American justice systems choke on us again? And usually I talk about terms of black and white, which look like this is going to become an issue, but this is basic. And I've heard from my buddies who quoted me on the U.S. on the Washington Post about North Korea actually accusing us of lack of human rights. I mean, it's just astonishing all of said back that I said the previous video, the pot called the kettle black again. And one of the things is it's just sad to see this again. I mean, honestly, I did went to my mentoring group again. I didn't get a chance to really discuss this issue. They want to talk about other things. I think it's been a good one to brought up just because, we got younger men and I can tell they're angry. I remember the other day I talked to a guy about this. A few people said if they're the kid, they'd probably try to kill the cop, or at least definitely make sure the cop would definitely have a miserable life ahead of him. Which okay, not to say fight eye for eye, tooth for tooth. I don't have kids. I don't know how to feel. I know somebody close to me. I can't say how to react. I might not react too much better than some of the stuff I've seen. I can't. I have to be honest with you. Sometimes you feel like you have nothing else to lose. That's the worst thing you ever do to anybody. Take somebody close away and they feel like I got nothing to lose, oh boy, you never do that. Just one of the things you just don't do. So now you go and choke the guy up, and it ain't like people can't keep him on the ground. The guy that he's choking, you keep staying on top of him, he can't breathe. Well, then what? And this is pretty serious, even worse than the one in there, because this is called videotape live and in person, and basically it gets to the point. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. I mean, let's face it. I don't even see animals get done that bad. Let's say dog get caught by a dog get done that bad. And it's just messed up to say, I talk to young folks now, about, hey, this is how it is. And it made it bad. It ain't just guys in the hood. Now, I have a buddy of mine who's a very professional guy. As far as he works in the business field, I think he works like an IT specialist. He's got 2 college degrees in business. I'm 41. He's about 31 years old. Good buddy of mine. I've known him since he was a kid. And one of his cousins, my best friend, one of my best friends growing up. And I met him about the time he was 10. Now he's 31 years old. And I've seen this whole growth up in him. And he always talked about he want to be a lawyer. He never became a lawyer, but one of the things he always discussed, he had some desire to do or get involved in some law, justice, or something like that. And this basically said, look here, he does not trust the justice system. He's a young black man, has no criminal record, never been in trouble, nothing, but he don't trust the justice system. This is the guy that pretty much always thought upstanding and he always been in the law. And it just kind of sad. And I had to listen to this conversation with him. Today's Monday. This was like on Friday the 5th. And I'm just like, wow. This is somebody I really expected. And it's like him to say that, that tells me there's a real problem in this country. And the sad part is, it ain't just that. Like I said before, it ain't just a black and white crime. The police, it ain't black. It's black on black police. It's even white on white. There's a white officer got fired for doing wrong to somebody to white. It's because basically sometimes police has this sort of, I guess, this is one of the reasons. I guess the best way to break it down to me personally. See, I guess we put it like this. Okay, not trying to see right here. See, I got shot in his arm 20 years ago playing basketball. No particular reason because the guy basically got mad because I had that game. I won a game of 21. I pick on my team or whatever you want to say. Just one of those things just happened. Not the angry the guy this day. I probably got over that with him, believe it or not, about a year. If I saw the guy probably gave him a hug. He probably need one. He probably had some other issue. Dude probably would have had a messed up life. He's still even alive today. And that happened 22 years ago. Excuse me, not 20 years ago, 20 and a half years ago, it happened May 3rd, 1994. And I think about that and I said, okay. And, you know, and I knew at 20 years old, I could have got a gun. Eventually, I had no record, no history, mental illness. And, I got it good. I go around, hey, look, I feel like better thing. But the temptation is now, hey, I got this gun. I think, oh, you know what? I know you don't have one. I know you talking mess. I could pull it out and say, hey, what's up? Hey, what, hey, what's up? You got a problem with me? Da, da, da. And I think that's what happened to police officers sometimes. Sometimes that gun and the power they have, the authority in him gets to their head sometimes. And there's no humbleness in how they operate sometimes. But I don't understand that. Like the guy in the videotape that got pulled over, was walking in Pontiac, Michigan. The one I'm sure everybody has seen a worldwide about he got caught because he had his hands in his pocket. And I'll be honest with you, I like the way they handled that situation, the police officer and the guy. It wasn't a big confrontation. Police didn't arrest him. He could have, but he didn't. He took the smart thing. And it considered that happened right between, the verdict situations. I think that's well handled. And I think though it's just, but in the most cops, like I said, most cops are not that bad. I mean, I know one personally, Kathy. Little shout out to you. I'll be tagging you in this video if you haven't seen the beginning of it by now. But she's one of the police officers I know. Actually, I went to high school with her. I got great respect for her still to this day. She's cool as heck. Actually, it pulled me over one time about 10 years ago. It was kind of funny. But basically, what I'm saying is, I don't respect about. Sometimes you just get these people out there that just got this I am cop, I am Superman, Superwoman mentality and forget about what's right or what's wrong. And sometimes they just get this attitude because you got a gun. Now, my thought to some of these people who brutally killed and choked people, cops, you can't throw them in jail the general population. Let's face it, they won't last 10 minutes. Let's drop them off in the middle of one of our little war zones, leave them unarmed for about a week, and let's see how good they are in hand combat. Let's face it, they almost like a thug on the street with the gun. These kids who fight, who get in gun fights and shoot each other and get upset. Like one of the last kids I taught my mentoring group, he actually started a fight with a guy and basically said, okay, I'm gonna knock you. I'm talking to this girl, I like her. I'm new to school, I don't know nobody. Now this guy walks up to me, I don't know. I go knock him out because I'm mad he jumped in my face. So that might have been his girlfriend. Bam. Okay, no problem. Then fight 2, knock him out. And situation 3 tells me that they come at them with a gun. Seriously? That just doesn't make it seriously. So now you got a whole conflict situation. And this is what happens to police sometimes. Sometimes they introduce guns and weapons to a hand fight. Yeah, the guy was bigger than him. True, dude wasn't no little fella, but you got 10 people. He's already on the ground at that point. Let it be. Let him be down. Let him get his air. You've been alive. You could arrest him, whatever. Bam. But now you got a problem. It's surprising now you ain't absolutely lost your job. Number 2, you probably had to move out the doggone New York City because, let's face it. I'll be honest with you. That's my family member. I'll be honest with you. I'll be dead honest with you. I don't know I wanted to kill you, but I sure is going to make sure your life is going to be harassed and miserable like a son of a gun. And I can hold you up on that one. And that's just not human. I can't tell you that. Most people know I'm pretty cool, but that's going too far there. Number 2, sometimes, as they said, old saying says the absolute positively corrupts. So basically, we live in a democracy. The police are actually acting like they're dictators. Heck, they like their own little mini third world country walking around sometimes. Not all of them, just a few of them that just get to their head. And I also think about that in the guns. The CCW, a lot of people got guns, and trust me, I ain't too many arguing with people, but I've seen time, I've watched arguments, I'm like, let me get out of here because this guy is acting like he leaves a little guy or if he a guy and a female and they start getting all mouthy y'all. I'm like, there's 2 or 3 of them or one of you, you're talking like you big and bad. That makes me, you must have a gun. I'm not sitting around here watching end results of this. Peace out. I'm out of here. I ain't gonna watch you around. Somebody's come back with the gun to a fist fight. I ain't planning to be around to see none of that. And that's sort of what goes on. What goes on here. It's just gun is powerful, and that comes by the shooting back in Ferguson. Now, as far as choking up somebody, there's an incident here about, I think it was around 2000 in Dearborn, Michigan, where the guy was at the mall. I guess they accused him of selling the jury, so he choked them out, literally in the mall. And there are protests going on, and man, I went down there and saw it myself. I said, I wish you had YouTube back then, because man, that was very good footage. I mean, literally, I went down there. I was driving around at the time, and I saw at the mall. They had Dearborn police had snipers sitting on the roof. I have never seen nothing like this. This is some stuff straight out of a '60s movie, except this was 2000. I mean, it was like, wow. I remember making a few phone calls after that to some of my buddies at the time. Like, look, man, this is straight out of '60s movie. Dude had guns, and they on the roof. They're so scared they were going to ruin the mall. And you choke the guy up, fine. And I'm sure they set off with a nice little amount out of court. I forget exactly how the civil one of things went with that. Anybody like to inform me, let me know. I'm cool with that. But it was just like, you know, we had to exercise of a certain force. Just like the guy at the mall, I think he accused of stealing the purse or something at Northland a while ago. And they choked him out. And they had to get rid of security personnel there. There was only a couple of them, but once again, there's a point that is only so much brutal force you allow for so much of the punishment. You're not talking about you're fist fighting a dude because he trying to grab your gun or beat you up or start a fight or assault somebody won't get off him. And he started a fight, just started out of nowhere or have a weapon or something on him. You're choking the dude up over stolen material, over basically trying to find what's going on and harass the guy. And things are gonna get a little physical sometimes. Sometimes you gotta be ready to take the piper if you're gonna go that route. But if you're gonna basically manhandle somebody at that point, well, you better know when to let off and when you hand restraint, not because you lose your temper and start someone try to choke you out. Then you get in the problem. Then you get it flat out wrong. And you just wonder why people don't cooperate with security and police while you handle these issues. I know, especially considering all these videos, all young black men, and we see this stuff. I have a little better sense to understand. Okay, these are just isolated incidents. They don't happen that often, just real bad because they always seem to be shown on the media and TV. But I talked to a couple young brothers. One guy in his 20s said, "Look, yeah, heck with the police, I'm gonna take them next time. We're just gonna have to just go for it." I mean, this is he's thinking, and I'm certain this guy don't even have a record, and he's actually a guy probably close enough. He's one of those guys actually close to playing pro basketball. So like, he got to be a future, but that's his mentality. That's what they see. I mean, these young people they don't trust authority. And I used to tell them, well, be cool, be calm. Why can't I tell them after seeing this? Well, I got to tell the teenager I'm in after I see this. Like, I'm stuck and lost. And I'm just disappointed to even think that I have to even, like, he justify this. Like my buddy said, do we trust the justice system? And does he? He said he doesn't. And I said, this is not a guy with a criminal record. He doesn't go around starting fights. I think I might have seen him get in an argument, border fight me once since I've known him for like 20 years. I mean, this is not a guy that keeps in trouble. He doesn't get pulled by the police or nothing crazy like that. He doesn't have any central even bad driving record, anything like nothing like that at all. And he doesn't trust the police because he doesn't trust the police. He doesn't trust the justice system. Doesn't trust how they act. And I can't blame him. And this comes from a guy that we try to be an outstanding citizen, don't trust. What you need to get on the street going to do? You're going to have a serious situation probably within the next, I hate to say it, very soon, maybe in the next few months, because somebody might say, okay, enough is enough. I'm not letting the police choke you up or whatever. Then what? I think we need to sit down and retrain the police for it. This ain't just a black and white issue, black-white crossover, just within the same racial thing, like I said in the last video, that this is not a race versus race. This is a within your own race situation in a lot of cases. Yeah, you gotta watch it just can't be done. It just gotta be done better way. Honestly, usually I sit here, I got some solutions. I'll be honest with you, after seeing that left me more questions considering they didn't indict the jury didn't indict the guy. I mean, there's enough evidence. You're only supposed to be, you don't have to prove beyond the forget it. You gotta say, okay, there's enough going on that maybe we might need to take a look at this in the court of law afterwards. So you tell me choking the guy to death isn't qualified, but what does then? Gee whiz. At least a couple cases, the police force is actually, some of them have stepped up. There's a couple cases. Can't exactly remember where there's a couple cops got out of control. Police force, they didn't wait for no trial. They said, out of here. We ain't gonna play with that. And whoever did that, I forgot who they were, but that's a very smart move, considering, I guess we call that the Roger Goodell overreaction. Yeah, I had to throw a little football joke in there, but all seriousness, though, basically we deal with Ray Rice sort of the same way. Just say, hey, look, we see it's bad, we gotta get you out of here just because you can't handle the public backlash. Because some you can't trust police. Who can you trust? And sad part is, countries don't even have the freedoms we have. That honest to God truth, they actually have better police forces than we do here. I understand about not supposed to fight cops and all that, and he wasn't uncouplable to the Mr. Granger. Gagne or Granger, I can't. He always getting his tongue twisted here, but You wouldn't know innocent is either, but it just get the point. Along you done your own, but you killed the guy. He just fall a little bit. What's the difference? So I guess what's the difference to you? And at some point along the way, somebody is gonna have to get this straight. Or you just hoping don't get to the point we start calling out now, hey, we don't, that everybody walk on eggs and pins and needles with the police and other things, because then we're gonna have a big problem. So here goes my suggestion, and maybe put a simple hood. We're gonna have to go back and redo maybe once every 3 months or so. We have to rotate police and get them extra training, get them understanding, watch this, understand force. Hate to say it, might have to go back home, go back, live back to school, understand physics and biology to understand, okay, how much force is there, how much airway, how hard you gotta choke up somebody. Once they're on the ground like that, can't breathe, fine. Gotta be new restraint techniques, whatever. Let's get this straight. And then understand, because you're behind the blue shield does not give you the right to do what you want to do. You're supposed to protect and serve, but it also gives you, because you right, be have a little flexibility under the law. Not you are not the law. And that's just sad. That's what it is. I have no way to put it. I mean, I try to be nice about it, but it's just like, when it's wrong, it's wrong. You can't kill somebody for a fist fight. You can't choke them up because they already can't breathe on the ground. It shouldn't even work like that. Sad to say. Somebody gotta get it straight here. I just hope we get to the point we have a more peaceful solution to this, because otherwise we're heading back to, we already got protests. You may be heading back to a Rodney King situation more than just LA this time. So I don't know, if it should get together. Make sure we send that National Police Congress on training and sensitivity. I also think police officers should live in the neighborhood they service. Yes, that means your white cops got moved down to the hood. That means your black cops. Yes, right. You working there. Some black cops that live in the city. They live in the city. They live out in the suburban country areas. Everybody got to cross mix everybody in. And I think then you get the understanding of some, if you know your neighborhood cop, you probably know, okay, this guy's having one of his bad days, and there'll be a lot more communication and understanding. I think they also need one other thing: police go back and walk the beat more regularly. I think just those little things alone will solve a whole lot of problems. And also, there should be a little bit better, less randomization about just random pullover traffic stops. That's my, I'll say 2 cent, more like my $2.50 of saying here. Anybody got any replies or thoughts? Let me know. Like I said though, as I talk to these young guys nowadays, they don't trust the police, and I can't say do I blame them. It's hard to me not to justify how they feel. Now we gotta come up with how to deal with it. I guess that's the next thing I'm thinking about working on, maybe for a future video. Hopefully, we won't need one of these for a long time, if ever again. Thank you very much.